says we're live. Yay. I am so excited for this. I'm going to wait and see if we have some friends that can hop on. If you catch the replay, comment replay so that I know. And I'm just going to hang on a couple minutes. See if we have some ladies that can jump on. If you are on, say hi, please. Some of the hi. Hi, Heather. I'm going to try and do this in real time because I really want, I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your whys. I want to hear, I'm going to dive into it in just a second, but this is definitely, I'd love this to be interactive. So, and I'm going to do the best I can at manning it on this side. And you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. It is pouring like a mother trucker out there. Deegan just came in and was like, you want to know what it sounds like on the roof? And he starts like pounding on the desk. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, hi. Hi, Bridge. Loud and clear. Perfect. Yay. That's me. Not quiet. Awesome. I am so excited to have you guys here. Cool. 1, 2. All right, I'm just going to wait another second. I am so excited for this. Sometimes I sit and rack my brain like, how can I help? What can I do next? What can I do? And this literally was me in my kitchen saying, I need to turn up the dial. And that's something that you'll hear me say from time to time. I look at my health journey as a dial. There are times when it is turned all the way up and I am hitting my marks. I am like doing all the things. I am so intentional. I'm doing it all. And then there are seasons of life where it can't be like that all the time, and that's okay. And I think that's part of the mental growth that we have to go through, is that your life is not going to be lived perfectly. But what we have to do is be able to create habits that even when we turn the dial down a little bit, we have a standard that we will not go below. So we can't turn the dial all the way down, because that's when roller coaster, that's when highs and lows happen. That's when we're really good and then we're not. We lose weight, we gain it back. Because we never created a standard that we won't go below. So where that dial turns down to, say halfway, we don't go below it. If we don't create that standard and there is no standard, that's where we have a lot of flip-flopping going on, no matter what it be, no matter what your goal is. So the goal here is to push. You can't push 24/7, 365. You will get burnout. You will quit. You will give up. And just shoot me a comment, a 1, a 2, a yes, that's me, if you've gone too hard on something and then given up, because it gets overwhelming. You get overstimulated. You're overworked. You're burnout. You're tired. You're done, and you just don't want to do it anymore. Have you ever set a goal, and did that, where it's just too much? That is not the purpose of this. My goal is to help you create tangible daily habits that you can take with you no matter how hard, no matter how turned up the dial is. And also when you have to turn it down because you're in a different season of life where you can't do that, you create these habits that no matter what, you are achieving a certain standard of living because you deserve to. So For sure. Thanks, Bridge. Yeah, I've done that time and time again. That's literally was probably my MO for um, a lot. I always thought that like I wore burnout as like a badge of honor. Like I'm a mom. I work so hard. I'm a hustler. I'm going to work until my fingers fall off and I'm going to and like I wore that and I truly think that society viewed that for so long. We're kind of shifting now into a the hustle culture is not loved and embraced as much as it once was. Um and so if we can adapt goals and we can adapt systems that work for us and we create a process that we stick to that doesn't have to be we don't need if you have a health goal we don't need to be doing cardio 7 days a week. It doesn't have to be 2 hours of vicious vigorous working out every day of the week to be healthy. We can create systems that are work to our advantage that are not wicked time consuming or not every day, so that they're more manageable and we can maintain them for longer periods of time. Absolutely set goals and get burnt out. Momming, wifing, working. Yes, that is moms. That is who we are. That literally could be each one of our bios. Like to be a wife or a spouse, to be a mom. I know single moms. I know spouses. Like that's what we do. We work, we take care of our kids, we work, we take care of our kids, and the cycle is never ending. And it becomes overwhelming and so burnout that usually we're so far gone by the time we realize it that it's like you don't even know where to start. How do I start one taking care of me? A lot of times we are the last person we take care of because we only have so much energy. And I sound like a broken record because I will say this all the time. I see this meme or, Instagram card, Facebook card that gets shared all the time that says, of course, I'm a mom. Of course I pour from an empty cup because that's what I do. And it makes me cringe every time I see it. Like I want to comment so bad and I just don't because I respect other people's views and stuff. Should we pour from an empty cup? That's what I want to write. No. And we don't have to. We are capable of prioritizing ourselves because I know that when I pour from an empty cup, I'm not pouring my best. And I'm not pouring patience. And I'm not pouring a lot of love and kindness. I'm pouring overwhelm. I'm pouring reactiveness. And my kids are not getting the best of me. And so I don't want to pour from an empty cup. It's just, and we don't have to. And I want to help moms understand that taking care of you actually makes you a better mom. It actually makes you a better spouse. It makes you a better person. And ultimately, as these kids grow, they are going to mimic your behavior. And that was truly the pivoting point for me. I have spent the last year, so November to this past November, my dial was turned all the way up on me. Like literally, I spent more money on myself than I ever had in 34 years. I said no to things that I wasn't going to do because I needed to focus on myself. And it was the best thing I could have ever done. And because I focused on this one thing myself, this area, it actually spilled over into so many other areas of my life that I had no idea was going to do so. By focusing on me, it changed my life. It changed my physical health. It changed my mental health. It changed my relationship with my spouse. That was non-existent for a long time. It changed my relationship with my kids that I was literally in tears wondering like, I know I'm a good mom. I want to be a good mom, but I worry about my relationship with my kids. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. I was in tears. But because I focused on me, which I thought was wrong, like I'm selfish, I now have a great relationship with my spouse. I have a great relationship with my kids. I literally see the changes because I took some time. Now, a year is a long time. We're doing 4 weeks and I hope longer. But 4 weeks is manageable. 4 weeks we can get really intentional. We can really focus on whatever the goal is for yourself. And we can make it happen. And what I hope that you will see is that by focusing, you will see it spiral into other areas of your life. So I do have a couple things written down, so if you see me look down, I'm not being rude. I am just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. I have a PDF that I created, and I'm going to share it in the group. I'm going to try and do this while I'm live. I'm going to share the PDF. It is called Scale Up the Staircase. And the reason I named it that was because I took bold letters, STAIR, STAIR, and I kind of broke it down to help us break down our goals. So I did this live today so that you have all day tomorrow to kind of marinate on this stuff, to take some time to really spend some time thinking about your goal and the things that we're going to go over tonight. Because how many times have you set a goal and 2 days in, you're already frantic? Like, this has happened to me all the time. I actually did it in February. I said I was going to do something, but I didn't take the action on doing any of these steps. I just said I was going to do it, and I didn't follow through with any of the actual things needed to accomplish a goal. So let me see if I can post this really quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here, Facebook. Okay. Share. Shoot. I apologize. Oh, don't be sorry if you gotta take a call. You're good. Let's see. Can I comment on here? All right. Oh, I wonder if I could just put it in the comments. Let's try this. Let's work. Oh, I don't know what this is doing. Let me see if I can try this. All right. So no, it's not going to let me add it to the comments. All right. I am going to add I'll add this after the fact. And I apologize because I wanted to have that in, but it's not letting me. It's not letting me add a document. Okay. I will get it to you. So I'm basically going to go over 5 steps. 1, be proud of yourself. Awareness is everything. The fact that you have made a choice to want to do more, do better, set a goal means that you don't want to stay where you are. We are meant to grow. We are not meant to stay in the same place year after year after year. So the fact that you've taken the time to say, yes, I want to work towards something means that you have this desire, you have this thought that I want to do better, be better, feel better, whatever it is. And that's huge because we can't do better if we don't know better. And awareness creates the space for us to be able to do that. So be proud of yourself. Celebrate the fact that, okay, I now am in a position that I am going to do better, be better. I'm going to learn how to get to this next step, because goal setting is something that we should be doing constantly on a consistent basis. What are you working towards next? What do you want to do next? So what specifically is your goal? And you don't have to answer right now. I know a couple people have commented and said what their goal is. I want you to take time to really think about it and get as specific as possible. Because if we have a very, Bridge, can I use you? If you're still on, I'm going to use you for a second, because Bridget said she wants to keep working on her weight loss and grow her business. And I got super excited because I have such a passion for small businesses and watching them grow. Like, I love this. I'm so excited to be by your side these next 4 weeks to help you do that. And I can't wait to see. But I want you to get really clear on how, like, what is the business goal? And it's got to be so specific, like, I want to schedule 7 new clients, or let's say 8 for an even number. I want to schedule 8 new clients in these 4 weeks. So then we can break that down to, okay, that's 2 new clients per week. How do we sign 2 new clients per week? Okay, we can break that down into, are we utilizing social media? How are we getting in front of people? Okay, if we're utilizing social media, how often do I have to be posting and then following up? Are we running an ad? Are we doing like an ad a week? Like, so those are tangible to-do tasks that we can put on your calendar to ultimately, when we get to the end of the month, say, I grew my business. Because if we just say, I want to grow my business, we'll be spinning our wheels thinking, I'm doing all this stuff, but nothing's happening. But if we give ourselves a real roadmap, then you know exactly what you're doing every day. I want to lose weight. If I say I want to lose weight, that's not something I can write on my calendar to do. Like, I can't. So how am I going to do that? We have to break it down into tasks. Those tasks are things that we can actually check up. So achieving a goal is only done by these tasks. The goal is the big picture. The tasks are what we're going to do on a daily basis. So if weight loss or healthy, moving into a healthy lifestyle is what you're looking for, okay, that's the overall goal. That's the overall big picture. But we're going to break that task down into manageable, tangible things to do. Like, how do we lose weight? Well, we have to be in a caloric deficit. Scientifically, we have to be eating less. How do we know that we're eating less? We probably should be tracking. And I know a lot of people don't love to track, but here's what I'll tell you is you don't know what you don't know. And so sometimes we think we're, eating less, and we think that we're in a deficit, and we think that we're burning more than we're eating, but we forgot to track, the coffee, the Frappuccino we got from Starbucks, or the kids' scraps, which we're going to stop doing. We're not eating our kids' scraps anymore. And so it's just good awareness, even if you don't do it consistently, but if you do it, for a couple of days, just kind of see where you're at. It's a great tool to use. And that's what these are, just tools to use. What kind of water are you drinking your water? How much are you moving? Like I said, you don't have to be doing cardio 7 days a week, but are we getting some steps in? Are we doing some stretching? Are we doing some, I am new to the Apple Watch family, and I will tell you that I have done more Apple Fitness workouts in the last 2 weeks since I've got this watch than these things are awesome. I don't know if I may sound like I'm way late to the party here, but the fitness, I signed up for the free trial or whatever. I think it's like $10, something like that a month. But there's literally I've been doing the strength workouts, the HIIT workout. You can pick 20 minutes, 15 minutes, abs, whatever. These are great workouts. Easy to do. You don't need weights. You can do them at your house. So there's YouTube. There's all kinds of things where you can just hit in a 15-minute workout. Those are all options for just getting some extra movement in. Now, these are, fitness goals, whatever, business goals. Donna talked about financial goals, which is also a really good goal. How do we break down financial goals? What are things that you can do daily to make sure that you're not, Donna wants to allot herself a certain amount of money, and that she doesn't want to be shopping at TJ Maxx. She doesn't want to be shopping at Amazon. We know how quickly that stuff adds up. So if you have a financial goal, what are the things we can do? Make sure we're staying out of those places. Giving ourselves a budget of how much you're spending and how much you're saving, and give yourself by the end of the week, I want to have this much saved. I want to have this much saved. And how do you do that? These are all tasks that we are going to break down. And so you have daily to-do lists so that we can ultimately reach that goal, the big picture. So awareness, identify, or get specific on your goal. Really think about it. Really get specific. And identify. And this is probably my favorite one, because this is the one that everybody struggles with, and this is the one that everybody is going to come in contact with. Identify what factors are going to throw you off course. Here's the thing. Life is going to happen. Always. Has life happened for you in February? Comment below. January was a new year. Did life happen in January? Did life happen in February? Did something happen that would throw you off course? Deegan was out sick for the whole week before winter break. So he was home from school for 2 weeks with the flu. You don't realize how much that messes with your schedule when you now have a kid who's home. So, like running to the gym after work or whatever wasn't really ideal because I needed to get home. And just that was a whole week of my whole system, my whole schedule, and I thrive on a schedule, was thrown off. How are we going to handle when life throws punches at us? Because just because you say, I'm going to set a goal, I'm going to go all in these next 4 weeks, I'm going to make this specific goal a priority, doesn't mean that life says, all right, I'll let her go for 4 weeks. She can go all in. That's not how life works. We have to get to a point where we prioritize and we come up with ways to maneuver around no matter what life throws at us. So if something happens, how are we going to handle it? Like, these are real conversations that you got to sit with yourself and think about and write down. Okay, my plan is to put Courtney, I don't know if she's on, but she talked about putting her house to sleep at night. After the kids are in bed, cleaning up and making sure things are put away, because when she comes down in the morning and things are a wreck, it already starts the anxiety. It already starts just the morning out not in a good way. And so if she puts everything to bed, dishes, cleans up, makes sure everything's in order, then the next morning will start better. But what happens if the night goes crazy and you just sit down on the couch and you're like, I'm done, like I can't? Or what if you end up having to be out late one night and then you come back? What are ways that we can alleviate the life happening throwing us off course? Because it's going to happen. We have to learn strategies and tools to be able to say, okay, no matter what happens over these 4 weeks, life is going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that I'm going to come across some adversity. I had one today. I planned on working out when I got home because the kids Deacon goes to jujitsu. So I was going to come home and I was going to get some steps in, take him to jujitsu, get a workout in. I had a coaching client reach out to me and say, do you have time like in 15 minutes? That was during my workout time. I said, yes, of course. I will meet with you. I met with her for an hour, went and got Deegan from jiu-jitsu, came back. Okay, I have a decision to make. I was literally thrown off course. That was not my plan. Do I just scratch it and say, all right, the whole night is shot? Or do I just readjust and say, okay, life happened, but this has to be a priority. Me working out has to be a priority. So what is going to now change? I'm going to work out now, which is going to change my, this a little bit. I'm going to have to maneuver things, but it's still going to get done. So we have to take some time and think, what could go wrong over these next 4 weeks? What can life throw at me? Look at what you have on your calendar. What is happening over these next 4 weeks, and where will you fit in the things that you need to do in order to reach that goal? So that's identify. Measure, track our progress. I am working on a tracker. I am a paper person. I literally have so much paper. I use notebooks. I use planners. I love paper and pencil and getting ideas on paper. So I'm creating a PDF tracker. Does anybody want a digital one? Because I have the ability to create a digital one where you just have it on your phone and kind of like check things off. Somebody who's a little more tech savvy or who likes that. Let me know if you prefer paper or if you like digital, if something's easier for you. By all means, you don't have to use it, but I'm going to, and I want to provide the resource to you. It is just, so what it's going to be is you're going to get 4, so 1 for each of the weeks of March. And there's going to be spots in it for what your specific goal is, and then the tasks that we're going to break down in order to reach that goal. I can spend some time if you have questions to reach out. Digital is way better. Yes, the majority, I feel like, of people love digital. We are going to a digital world. That's there's just something about me and paper I just can't let go. So I will definitely provide a digital option, which is it's like a picture you'll save on your phone, and then you can just utilize the pen or whatever to check them off. So I will get a digital option. I will get these posted tomorrow so you can kind of spend some time filling them in. But measuring your progress is so important because it gives you, does anybody else love like checking off a to-do list? Like sometimes I write something down so I can check it off because I did it. Yay. Like there's just such gratification in I did what I said I was going to do. I crushed it today with all the stuff. It's so important for you, and it keeps it in front of you. There's the thing that if we start on March 1st and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do every day, excuse me, but we don't keep it in front of our face, it will easily get shoved aside and will no longer become a priority. But if it's in our face, yeah, I love lists. Thank you. Thank you. I love lists. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. Yeah, team lists. I'm all about them. I make to-do lists. I have, in my planner, I'm constantly writing down, but that is a good way to keep you on track. It's so easy to get derailed. Yeah. Okay. I do that a lot at work. I have so many. Yeah. No. Yes. Post-it notes yes. Love. Lists are huge. Lists are so incredibly important. So let's use lists and our love for them to our advantage. So we can utilize this tracker. You can make your own list, but the point is to be able to have it in front of us daily so that you either in the beginning of the day, you're looking at it, okay, this is what I need to get done, scheduling it in. Here's the thing, as moms and busy women, working moms, like side hustling moms on top of working moms, like all of this stuff, if it's not scheduled, if it's not like in the mix of things, it's not getting done. Because let's be honest, from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, we are like, we're doing it. We're doing all the things. So in the morning, have your tasks, your list of things that you're going to do for the day, and go ahead and figure out when it is throughout your day you're going to do them. Okay, if I'm drinking, if I know that I want to up my water, that's going to be a part of my goals. I know that I want a certain bottle of amount done by 9. I want a certain amount done by noon. Put it right in your phone. Put alarms in your phone. If you know that you're going to work out at a specific, you want to get up earlier, 30 minutes earlier, get a workout in, maybe some stretching. Put that right in. Like put it in your alarm. I am like stretch time. I love renaming my alarms. Stretch time, doing whatever. If you're going to the gym, schedule it right in. If you're putting you want to clean up at the end of the day, how can we incorporate the kids? How can we incorporate, our nighttime routine to because when this 4 weeks is over, we're not going back to normal. We are going to continue on these habits. So let's figure out how to create them as a normal part of our just standard. This is how we live. Because like I said, when you start to focus on this stuff, it will spill over into every other area of your life for the good. I can promise you that. So I will get the trackers posted. What I want from you guys is to really think about specific goals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post another post in the group that's just going to say, my goal, my 4-week push goal is, and underneath it, I want you to comment as specific as it can get. And I might even comment and say, okay, and then what is, can we dive even a little bit deeper so that we can get a really honed in, super intentional, I know exactly what I'm working for kind of goal. Because then we can create a clear path. Then we can create those tasks. So once you get your really specific goal, then I want you to create a task list. It doesn't have to be crazy. Remember, we want this to be achievable. We don't want to give ourselves 900 things we have to do every day, because we know that that's not going to work. We're not going to maintain it. Give yourself less than a handful of tasks that are directly pertaining to your goal. And then, lastly, I want you to write why. Why are you doing this? Your why is so incredibly important, because it will remind you every day when you don't want to, when you're tired, when you feel like giving up. I want you to read that, because it's going to be a part of your tracker. It's going to be a part of your task list, so that it's in your face. I'm doing this because my children are getting older, and I can't live as a do as I say, not as I do anymore, because they are literally watching me and they are mimicking my behavior. And I now know, like I say, Deegan changed my life, but not for 10 years. It was when he turned 10 and he knew mom's favorite drink was White Claw. Like, why my 10-year-old should not know that is, like, if somebody asks him what's your mom's favorite drink and he says White Claw, like, that's terrible. And I don't want my kid to tell people that, like, that's not, clearly he's watching me. Clearly he's mimicking my behavior. He gets upset. He goes from 0 to really upset so quick. You know why he does that? Because he mimicked my behavior for 10 years. So I now want to create habits that my kids are going to pick up and have them be positive habits. I want them to know that it's so incredibly important to take care of yourself. I want Briley to grow up knowing that when she becomes a mom, it is okay to take time for you. It is necessary to take time for you. It is necessary to take care of yourself. I don't want her to be 35 trying to figure this out. That is my why. And so that is why I get up. That is why I'm going to work out. That's why I'm trying to create healthy habits for these kids. That's why I'm trying to help shift the narrative for moms, that we don't have to run on empty. We don't have to run on pour from an empty cup. We should be pouring from full cups, so that our kids learn how to pour from full cups, because they are the next moms and dads, and they are the next generation. They are, like, we get to do it differently than how our parents do it. And I want my kids to be able to take the good from their childhood, and use it towards their own. What is your why? What is the reason that you want to grow your business, that you want to be healthier, that you want to set financial goals, that you want to create healthy nighttime routines and morning routines for your kids, for yourself? What is that why? And write that down and get super deep. Like, don't be surface level. This is the relationship you're working on with yourself. This is so incredibly important. This is you talking to yourself and saying, what is important to me? What do I want out of this? Why? Why do I want out of this? Why is this super important to me? And then take it seriously, so that you build the trust with yourself, so that you know when I say I'm going to do something, I do it, because I have a super important why. I have dreams, I have goals, I have things that I want to do. I want to change the narrative. I want my kids to see this. I want to, when my kids are grown out of the house, I want to already have these habits in place. I don't want to be finding myself at 45 or whatever. I want to grow. I want my life. I want to enjoy. I want to find the joy in motherhood now, not after my kids are grown. I want to enjoy raising them, not barely get by. So I have kept you for 33 minutes, and I appreciate everybody for being on. I hope that this was helpful. Please comment if you have any questions. Excuse me. If you have any questions, if not, I am going to post in the group right now the stair breakdown, so that if you guys want, you can check it out to help you guys make your notes. I will post tomorrow what your goal is in the group, so we can comment. Just get super specific. We'll go from there to creating the tasks, and then we're going to kick off on March 1st. So I just can. Thank you guys. Thank you, loves. Oh, community standards. I don't know why that says that. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this 4-week push with me. Let me tell you something. You could do anything when you have such an incredible community around you. Like, we work better in pairs. There is just something about doing it with positive vibes, good people, people who have the same mindset of want to achieve goals, want to um, show up, want to work hard, want to change, want to do things differently. You can do anything. Like truly, you have the power to achieve your goals. So the fact that you're going all in and you're doing it, surrounding yourself with friendship and accountability, we are going to have an awesome month. I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see these goals tomorrow. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.